Coverage you can count on with Xavier Green, Devin Vardano. Entertainment news with Maya McFadden. Sports with Alexander Roman. And your weather authority with Tamara Heyman.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us on the WHUC News 7 Noon Report. I'm Devin Varnado.
And I'm Xavier Green. Topic on news at this hour: flooding from the Pearl River caused an issue at the O.B. Curtis Water Treatment Facility, which has led to little to no water pressure in the city of Jackson. Jackson Mayor Chokwe Lumumba declared a water system emergency due to complications from the Pearl River flooding. The National Weather Service said the Pearl River crested Monday short of the major flood stage level of 36 feet, which is close to 11 meters. Parts of Jackson flooded in 2020 after the river topped that level. Well, it's a lot going on in weather, especially with the flooding.
Let's take a first look at our weather. Tamara Heyman joins us to tell us what the Pearl River looks like at this hour.
Right now, the Pearl River continues to rise below Rockport. Currently, the forecast at Jackson is to continue fall today and continues falling through the late week. The official crest of this event was 35.37 feet. The crest was from February 2020 was 36.67 feet. And here's an interesting fact, guys. The Easter flood of 1979 crested of the record-setting 43.28 feet. So I think it's safe to say Jackson has dodged a bullet this time around.
The City of Jackson has provided a list of water distribution locations and times for the oncoming week amid the water crisis in the metro. This after Governor Tate Reeves issued a state of emergency due to the failures at the O.B. Curtis Water Treatment Plant, the city's main treatment facility. About 150,000 people are impacted by the cuts in service. One distribution site at the Westland Plaza on Ellis Avenue on Tuesday had cars wrapped around the parking lot and lined up in the street, causing a traffic backup. There is a limit of 1 case of water per vehicle. The distribution will resume until supplies run out.
YMCA locations in the Jackson metro area are opening up their facilities to college students affected by water outages plaguing the city. Students from Millsaps, Belhaven, and Jackson State are free to use the showers at any local YMCA facility. Just bring your student ID. Students can access the Flowood, Clinton, or Reservoir facilities between 5 a.m. and 8 p.m.
Due to the water emergencies in Jackson, the Driver Service Bureau located at 1900 East Woodrow Wilson Avenue will be closed until further notice. Staff will relocate to the Pearl office, Troop C, located at 3851 Highway 468 West in Pearl, Mississippi. This location will be appointment only.
The University of Mississippi Medical Center has warned employees about Jackson's water crisis impacting their fire suppression systems. University of Mississippi Medical Center sent an email Monday saying the hospital has experienced a continuous drop in city water pressure over the last several hours. This is directly affecting Medical Center's fire suppression system's ability to function normally through the main campus. A fire watch has been put in place effective immediately and until further notice for UMMC's main campus.
A Jackson hospital is being sued for violating a federal law. St. Dominic's Memorial Hospital in Jackson on Lakeland Drive has a glass pedestrian bridge suspended above the street, which connects the parking garage to the hospital. But some patients who are wheelchair bound cannot access it. This could put the hospital in violation of federal laws, including the Americans with Disabilities Act, by forcing non-drivers in wheelchairs to navigate a treacherous path, while able-bodied people with cars are able to enjoy access to the hospital. So claims a lawsuit filed by the organization Disability Rights of Mississippi in late July.
A huge development project over in Clinton will bring new retailers, restaurants, and businesses to the city. The location for the development is on Highway 80 and Spring Ridge Road, across the street from Mississippi College. Crews have cleared trees from the vacant lot near the interstate. The city is partnering with Mississippi College and a local developer to transform the site into an upscale location they hope will attract retailers, restaurants, groceries, and hotels in what could be one of the largest developments in the city's history. The site clearing is just phase 1 of what will be a 2-phase project to build out 45 to 50 acres.
Also in Clinton, right down the street, a new truck stop is being built. Crews have been on site drilling, soil testing, and putting in gas tanks for the new truck stop. Those of you who are familiar with the city of Clinton may recall this was the location of the old Shoney's restaurant, which was recently demolished.
There's a lot of construction and economic growth taking place in the city of Clinton. Right behind Mississippi College, a brand new state-of-the-art apartment complex is being built. This apartment complex is right near the Red Brick Road community. When we come back, we'll tell you about what's happened here at the U, plus news across the county.
If you can't trust any other college news source, trust WHUC. They are the team you can trust with the latest Heinz news. From the state fair,
numerous antique vehicles,
the annual homecoming specials,
very interesting and refreshing.
and more. While others chit-chat, we bring you the latest to what's happening across and around the Hines County area.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you for joining us on WHUC
Trust Hines'
News
very own
7 News.
WHUC News 7.
In campus news, after 4 months of being vacant, Hines Utica campus finally has a new dean of students effective September 1st. Dr. Erin Vaughn Jones will be taking on the mantle, caring for the students of the Hines Utica campus.
Dr. Jones has been with Hines since 2015. She has an abundance of knowledge and is eager to be back on the Utica campus. Dr. Jones will still maintain the Director of Housing and Residence Life responsibilities for Raymond and Utica campuses until someone is hired.
It will take her some time to acclimate to the role, but we can't wait to see what she does. We hope to see the best in the future for our students.
Well, this is the third week for many students being back on campus and getting acclimated to classes, transitioning back to school and getting used to college class schedules while encountering changes such as living away from home and new teachers can be a challenge for many students. Academic Dean Dr. Elmira Ratliff had this to say to help students feel more at home here at the U.
We're off to a great start this semester. We would like to welcome all the students back to Hines Community College Utica campus. Enrollment looks pretty good thus far, and we just want the students to know that we're here to assist if they should need us in the Academic Dean's office.
Well, on the other side of campus, those hands-on opportunities are creating quite the buzz. From cosmetology, fashion design, carpentry, culinary arts, and even entertainment, the culinary technical programs are back in full swing here at the U. Students in these CTE programs are benefiting from a combination of technical training and academic classes that are paired with technical classes and real-world experiences in job settings. Dean Jonathan Towns shared some important information for students in the CTE.
Overall expectations for this semester is be student-centered, really getting into a phase where we're revitalizing some of our clubs and organizations, really building on some positives that we had last year. We had a lot of students who were award winners. We had a lot of students who went off to different conferences and workshops and did really well and presented. So really building on that and building on some of our programs and some of that success and really getting students excited and active. Our carpentry students are still partnering with the community. Many of those students during the summer months actually did hands-on job training in the field that's going to lead them having a job once they graduate and finish with their credentials. Really looking at our entertainment media program, which is in a new location, starting a podcast area, looking at some more entertainment aspects with stage creation and audio production. Cosmetology is always thriving and revitalizing that program, opening it back up to the campus and the community with cosmetology and barbering, where community members and students can go in and set appointments for hair, nails, and some of the other programs through early childhood, automotive, and all the many programs that we have on campus. Is really excited about getting students involved and getting that training and preparing them for the workforce.
This week, across the Hines Utica campus, major changes are being made to the way students and faculty travel across campus. Many of the roads on campus are being converted into one-way streets to ensure that traffic is smooth. Because of this change, all drivers on campus need to make sure you pay close attention to signs before entering a street. This will help you to prevent going down the street the wrong way and possibly causing an accident. Everyone on campus has not been notified officially, so please drive the speed limit and pay attention.
This past week, the Utica campus was visited by someone very special. Mr. Thomas Anderson is a graduate of the Utica Junior College, class of 1958, and was also inducted into the Utica Junior College Football Hall of Fame. Mr. Anderson brought several newspaper clippings and other articles commemorating his and his classmates' achievements. We spoke to Mr. Anderson here in the WHUC studio, where he left us with a special message for his classmates and current students of the Hines Utica campus.
And it's a blessing and an honor and a privilege to be part of this great reunion and to have my feet put on the same ground that I graduated from in 1959. I thank the Lord that allowed me to be here at the appointed time and appointed place. Thank you for all those who are a part of my life, all the instructors, and all the teachers, and all of my classmates. I hope this go out and hope that everybody have a good day.
If you're planning on taking a Greyhound bus out of Jackson soon, don't plan on coming back inside the city limits. If you go to Greyhound's website and plan a round-trip bus ride from Jackson bus station to anywhere in the country, the itinerary will say your return destination is Jackson, but it's not until you hover over the city that it reveals you will be dropped off in Flowood. Even though the information is tricky to find, it's still there. But the return city still reads Jackson, Mississippi. It's no secret that Jackson bus station has seen better days, and it's been rumored that Greyhound may be leaving Jackson altogether. According to sources, Greyhound is looking at a model where they won't have an actual physical location. As of August 22nd, WHUC News 7 has learned Greyhound has moved its business to Love's Truck Stop in Flowood. The Edison Walthall Hotel is the place of legends, bar fights between powerful men, and lots of stories that its walls could tell, but it has sat empty since it closed in 2010.
The new owners set out to solve the traveler's dilemma. The hotel, named for a Confederate general and a Mississippi senator, Edward Carey Walthall, that sits atop a creek in downtown Jackson, is taking on a new life soon. Construction on the building and parking structures has already taken place. The old hotel is now Jackson's latest Airbnb. Versala International has updated the historic hotel with sophisticated accommodations and upscale amenities. The project includes 155 loft apartments on the 2nd through 8th floors of the hotel, with Harris and Construction Equity LLC converting former hotel rooms into one-bedroom studio apartments. Harris plans to keep the existing parking garage as well as have amenities on site for tenants. The first floor will be open to the public in an attempt to return the Walthall to its previous, more lustrous days.
Well, it's hot, muggy, and dry.
When we come back, we'll have a complete look at your forecast. Stay with us.
For more than 4 decades, you have trusted us to be the #1 college news source that cares for you from the beginning to the end. So now, we're proud to say that we've won the Mississippi Association of Broadcasters Awards. And we will continue to try to keep you knowledgeable and focused on stories that are happening around you. We are Hines' very own WHUC News 7, named #1 by the Mississippi Association of Broadcasters.
With our front sweeping southward, we'll see a slow and gradual reduction in humidity through the day, but not before kicking off a few isolated storms along the track. Central and southwest Mississippi expect mostly to partly sunny skies with the highs in the upper 80s and lower 90s. The skies will clear overnight with the lows in the upper 60s and lower 70s. In the wake of the midweek in front, slightly drier air will filter through the region, helping to cap off rain chances throughout the week. Highs in the upper 80s to near 90s still are in play through Thursday and Friday as the front sweeps southward to the coast. Lows will run in the 60s and 70s. Moisture will quickly return by Labor Day weekend, fueling higher storm chances that could lead to localized flooding concerns with highs in the middle 80s. As Tuesday morning, the Pearl River continues to rise below Jackson. Currently, the forecast at Jackson is for a continued fall at the gauge today and continue falling through the late week. The official crest of the event was 35.37 feet. The crest from February 2020 was 36.37 feet. The Easter flood of 1979 crested at the record-setting 43.28 feet. Expect a downstream from Jackson to be near or just below the 2020 flood, as the river will near a peak today at Rockport near 34 at Monticello, Wednesday near 28. On the Big Black River from below Bentonia to Bovia, expects a continued rise to 37.1 by Tuesday. Okay, let's talk tropics. The Atlantic Basin is starting to wake up after a long mid-summer slumber. Currently, NHC is keeping an eye on two different tropical waves, while most will fade toward obscurity. A few will need to be watched. One in main development region that could develop north of the Leeward Islands by late week, and another coming off of the African coast. Something to watch, but none to be on look direct issue for the U.S. mainland presently.
Thank you, Tamora. It is every college student's dream come true. A festival that features 28 different local homemade brews.
Coming up, we'll swing by and connect with the Red Brick Roads Music and Arts Festival.
Are you ready to join the Welding and Cutting Technology Department at Hines Community College, Utica campus? The Hines Utica Welding Program trains students to be proficient in a number of welding techniques. In the welding program at Hines Utica, students prepare for entry-level employment in the field of welding and cutting. The program highlights field and shop safety, MIG welding, TIG welding, flux cord welding, and shear metal welding skills, basic blueprint reading, and more. The welder program also provides students with the time and space necessary to develop their skills in order to gain entry-level employment in the welding field. So don't delay. Come to Hines Utica today and begin your career in welding.
Gray Television and WLBT in Jackson, Mississippi announced the inaugural group of participants in the Gray Media Training Center internship program.
The first class includes 10 students who will begin the program this month in conjunction with their fall school semester. The program will run for 14 weeks. The program prepares students for today's evolving media environment, which simultaneously improves diversity, equity, and inclusion in media. The center will educate and train students who attend Mississippi colleges and universities with a focus on historically black colleges and universities in the state. Students who participate in the program will learn today's best practices for broadcast and digital journalism. They will also receive hands-on training in production, sales, operations, IT, engineering, and coding and marketing. Gray has made a commitment to invest more than $1 million to create the training center. The inaugural class features former WHUC News 7 anchor women and Hines alumni Delisha Banks and Michaela Brown, both of who are currently attending Alcorn State University, and current WHUC anchors Tiara Jackson and Harmony Porter of Hines Community College Utica campus.
The U.S. Department of Agriculture has issued a public health alert for a frozen chicken product that may contain foreign material. The USDA issued the alert for Purdue's frozen ready-to-eat chicken breast tenders labeled gluten-free. The agency says the product may contain small pieces of clear plastic and blue dye. There have been no reports of injuries, but the USDA says you should not eat the tenders. Instead, the bag should be thrown away or returned to the store.
In other consumer news, a popular snack item is being pulled from shelves for safety concerns. D.F. Stauffer Biscuit Company announced a voluntary recall of its 44-ounce Market Pantry White Fudge Animal Cookies. The recall was initiated when metal wire was found inside a portion of the cookies. According to the Food and Drug Administration, the product in question might contain small metal fragments. The cookies come in a clear plastic container and are shaped like a bear and were sold nationally in Target stores. Consumers who bought these cookies are advised to return them to the place of purchase for a full refund. Well, there are a lot of interesting and exciting events coming up.
That's right. And Maya McFadden is over in the entertainment corner with today's E-News. Maya?
In entertainment news, the Mississippi Symphony Orchestra will kick off its 78th season on Saturday, September 10th. The Beloved Baroque concert will be held at St. Andrew's Episcopal Cathedral at 7:30 p.m. Advance tickets will be available online. A small town in the Mississippi Delta that has ties to the Civil Rights Movement will soon be home to the National Rhythm and Blues Hall of Fame. Project planners hope to finish building the facility in the town of Marks in 2 or 3 years. The project is a culmination of a 50-year effort to build a Hall of Fame for R&B musicians such as James Brown, Aretha Franklin, and B.B. King. And it's almost that time of year again. The 163rd Mississippi State Fair will take place October 6th to the 16th at the Mississippi State Fairgrounds. This year, the fair will kick off with a ribbon cutting ceremony open to the public at 11 a.m. on Thursday, October 6th at Gate 1 on the corner of Jefferson Street and Almite Street. The gate admission price to the fair is $5 per person, and the parking fee is $5 per car. Children ages 6 and under will be admitted free of charge. The 6th Red Brick Road Festival, a joint production of Main Street Clinton Chamber of Commerce, and the City of Clinton, took place this past weekend. Hundreds of people came out once again to fill Old Town streets, enjoying fabulous tunes, fascinating crafts, and truly flavorsome home brews and tasty treats. Anna Nutt, Executive Director of the Clinton Chamber of Commerce, shares a few things you could see at this year's event.
We're glad to see everyone here. It's a family-friendly event because we have a kids area, we've got the homebrew competition, we've got music, we've got craft vendors, we've got something for everyone. So we've expanded on the homebrew some, we've expanded on the craft market some, so just making it bigger and better. We're great. We're very thankful all these people are here and just ready for a good day.
And we should mention, the Red Brick Homebrewing Competition continues to be one of the festival favorites. Back here on campus, robotics is open and ready to build. Last week in the Tech Next, the Robotics Club had their first meeting of the year. Students gathered to listen to Ms. Ellis discuss the club as she went over the core concepts and principles of robotics. Later in the meeting, students watched different videos explaining the different competitions that robotics does. And that's a wrap for today's e-news. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Maya. When we come back, we will have a look at the weather and tell you all about what's happening in the world of sports.
The Radio and Television Production and Broadcast Technology Department is an intensive, hands-on training program designed to familiarize students with multimedia reporting. We welcome the best and the brightest students to come join the community at Hines Community College, Utica. Students receive up-to-date and dynamic instruction from faculty members who are dedicated to fulfilling hands-on training using state-of-the-art equipment and facilities. I invite you to learn more about Hines Community College radio and television program and join me on our great journey that focuses on student success.
For more information about the radio and television production and broadcasting technology program, contact Timothy Chrysler at 601-885-7071.
Welcome back. With all the water crisis going on in the capital city, a lot of Jacksonians are looking forward to hitting the road for this holiday weekend to travel with their favorite football teams.
That's right. Alexander Romer is over in the Sports Corner to tell us what's going on in the world of sports. Alexander, where will everyone be traveling to?
Well, guys, many Jacksonians will be heading to Florida. The Jackson State Tigers will open their season this Labor Day weekend with an away game in Miami against Florida A&M Rattlers in the Orange Blossom Classic at Hard Point Stadium in Miami on Sunday. The Tigers ended an amazing season last year with a win average of 11-2. This led to Jackson State being number 15 in the FCS ranking. Well, put on your favorite purple Alcorn State University shirt and head out to the Braves season opener against Stephen F. Austin on Saturday in the purple out. It's a purple out. The game will be played at Alcorn and Jack Spinks Marino Kasem Stadium. The Braves will have 5 home football games this season. Mississippi State opening game will be this Saturday at State. The Dogs will be playing against Memphis. The Bulldogs were one of 4 teams to rank inside the top 25 nationally in both total offense and total defense during the 2021 regular season, joining Alabama, Michigan, and Coastal Carolina. Some teams have their starter names months ahead of the season, while others bring the decision down to the wire. where the Ole Miss Rebels will be down to the wire come Sunday season opener against Troy. Many expected UCS transfer Jackson Dart to have edge, an early dark horse Heisman Trophy candidate. Dart and fellow sophomore Luke Altmer are the two options for replacing star quarterback Matt Corral, now with the Carolina Panthers. It will be interesting to see which player assumes the helm. Heinz Eagle football is back, fresh off a Mississippi Association of Community Colleges Conference South Division Championship and a trip to the conference little title game for the first time since 2004. The Eagles are ready for another successful season this fall. The Eagles will kick off in season tonight, Raymond against Northeast Mississippi Community College. In the world of basketball, even though it is the beginning of the school year and basketball season is months away, the Hind Lady Bulldogs and Men Bulldogs basketball teams are both up and running, getting ready for their seasons. Both teams are looking to improve from their rough season of last year. The Bulldogs record was 10-15, while the Lady Bulldog record was 1-24. This will be the last season that both team games will not play together on the same nights. And that's going back in sports. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Alexander. Well, it's time for one last look at our weather.
Tamara Heyman is here to tell us about how our holiday weekend is shaping up. Tamara?
Well, the next couple of days look relatively dry thanks to a cool front. Highs range from the low 90s to upper 80s. Lows will fall to the low 70s to upper 60s. Overall, we are looking at about 20 to 30% of scattered showers. This weekend, rain chances begin to redevelop across the south and central Mississippi. But for the most part, it will be a most enjoyable holiday weekend.
It really sounds like we're going to have some great weather for this Labor Day weekend. What do you guys have planned?
I plan on going to eat. What about you?
I'll probably do the same.
Well, I'm really not sure what I'm going to be doing this weekend, but I hope to see my family again. What do you, Roland?
Sleep.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm going to see my family, too. I haven't seen my family in a while. Well, that is all we have. That is all we have for you today. At noon, thanks for joining us.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and find us on Facebook and be here to meet with us next time.